Hey there, it's also here, the assassin. One of the most valuable assets in any business is their database. So hopefully you've got a good CRM and you've got really clean data in there about existing customers, past customers, suspects, that sort of thing. People who've shown some interest in your products and services. Now, how you use that is very important. I notice myself during the Black Friday sales now. Black Friday used to be just a few promotions, a little bit beforehand, and then a bit of advertising, and then maybe some reach out via text or email. But I found some of the brands this year, they started super early, and then they just really pounded me to the point where I probably got about 20 retailers that I subscribe to that I'm happy to see their usually some weekly, some monthly, some more often or less often. But I'm happy to see their promotions because I think, I like those brands, and if there's a special on or there's something, new design or something, I might have a look at it. So I find that an interesting way to find out about new products and special offers. However, I found this year, more than any, some of those brands just annoyed me so much that I found myself unsubscribing to both the text messages, and that to me is a pain in the neck process where some of them force you to go to a web address and then unsubscribe there rather than just replying stop, which I think is the best way to do it. So anyway, how do you treat your list? Do you use SMS? Because I think SMS is really got the best open rate, around 98%. Email on a really well opted in list with targeted messaging. If you're giving 30% and above, you're doing really well. Some get a lot more if they're super targeted for specialized products and stuff. So how often do you plan to reach out to these people? And what are the circumstances? I think you've got to put a lot of thought into it and plan it very well. SMS is super effective, but it's got to be important, and it's got to be something they really, really need to hear about. And with email, you can get a little bit more in-depth, more thought leadership, more nurturing type of things that people can say, oh yeah, I'll read that later. There's a few that I subscribe to that I'll set some time aside. I'll bank up some time on a Monday and a Friday that I might read through some really good pieces of information that I'm a regular consumer of, just to see what those people think about where things are going and what their opinion on that is. And then there's also a few podcasts that I'll catch up on, if I'm driving to work or driving somewhere or on public transport. So that's the way I consume my information. Planning and testing and being very careful not to overdo what you do in reaching out to your database is super important. So good planning and test and measure. Test out new messaging with a smaller group before you go broad. Just maybe split test with a couple of different headlines, a couple of different creatives, just to make sure that it does resonate. You don't get heaps and heaps of unsubscribes, because that's not what you want. Hope you find this helpful.